The Foundations of Success 21, Money Philosophy, an overview. Every one of us has a unique philosophy about money that we've come to believe over the course of our lives. It's been shaped by our experiences, our encounters, and the philosophy of others we've been in connection with and been inspired by over the years. Most of us have slightly skewed philosophies when it comes to money. If we dig deep, we'll find that we often have limiting beliefs that hold us back from our full potential and that keep us from earning what we want. We've been influenced by scarcity philosophies instead of abundance, believing that money is in short supply and that there is never enough. We've been influenced by greed philosophies, believing that rich people are greedy and corrupt and therefore we are held back from ever truly wanting to become one. And we've been influenced by philosophies that tell us that money can't buy happiness, etc., that really have no relevance to the issue at all. It's true money can't buy happiness, but that just means that you shouldn't look for money to fulfill you because it never will and it was never supposed to. In fact, just like everything in life, if we look for anything to satisfy and fulfill our lives aside from our relationship with God, we'll be sorely disappointed whenever we acquire what we strive for, realizing that we have something new, but we're still left wanting. So in this foundation of success about money philosophy, I want to teach you to examine your own philosophy about money. What views do you hold? Where did they come from? Have you or others skewed their meaning over time? And what views do you hold that actually limit your subconscious ability to become rich yourself? In this foundation, I will teach you incredibly valuable concepts learned from the amazing book, The Richest Man in Babylon, and we will learn what to do with $1. And in this foundation, we will also seek to build a strong, healthy philosophy on money that will serve you rather than hold you back. Understand that poor people spend their money first and invest what's left. Rich people, however, invest their money first and then spend what's left. It really doesn't matter the amount. It all comes down to the philosophy. What do you do with your money? If you can learn what to do with $1 today, you can begin to change the way you spend and look at bills, assets, and investments. What you start doing with $1 today, you will continue doing with $10,000, $100,000, and $1 million tomorrow. Your philosophy on money affects everything. Once you understand how to manage your money, you will change your financial situation and your life. You must start right now and stay consistent. Also, understand that you have a right to be rich. People often have a tendency to think that money is bad. They often misquote the Bible verse as, "Money is the root of all evil." The quote actually says, "The love of money is the root of all kinds of evil." Some people eager for money have wandered from the faith and pierced themselves with many griefs. This means loving money over God, letting money be your God, letting it drive your every decision above your virtues and your values, above your love for God, for people, and for yourself. Don't let the love of money drive you. This indeed does create evil, when people forsake the good in order to accomplish that which they love and covet, money. If you then are weary about becoming rich and gaining maximum success in life, let's also understand success outside of money. What is success but maximum achievement and use of your full potential? Should a farmer not seek to produce as much crop as he is able? Is that not a good thing and a wise use of his resources? For surely he has been placed steward over much, and so should work with all of his potential to produce what he can and do good with it. Money is simply the means of making our labor and harvest interchange with others. So success is a good thing, and you have a right to be rich. Money itself is not bad. Again, you may have heard that money can't buy happiness. On the contrary, money has brought a lot more happiness and health than poverty has. But it has also ruined a lot of happiness and health. Money simply makes more of who the man already is. It's only when you want to hoard up your wealth and you're only working so that you can store more and more and more and more for yourself, and you lose sight of the fact that your work benefits yourself and the world, that money becomes a problem. Wealth and abundance itself is not a problem. It can be a gift of God, a blessing. Use your blessings to bless others. Work hard so that you can bless everyone. Don't lose sight of the fact that you are a part of a system and you must be fruitful. And don't lose sight of the fact that your labor has a side effect that you will earn well. Don't make that wealth the focal point of your effort. Just let it be the side effect. Money is an effect. Understand that money cannot be sought directly. I say again, money is an effect, and money cannot be sought directly. Many of us have made this mistake, and we must shift our thinking. We cannot seek money without seeking its cause, because money is an effect. So what is the cause of money? It's helping people. It's solving problems. It's adding value to the marketplace, etc. Seek the cause, and you will find your money. Keeping money in its proper place. Keep money in its proper place. It is a servant, nothing more. It is a useful tool to do good, provide comfort and needs, and a means to enjoyment, etc. Too much emphasis on money reverses the whole picture. You then become the servant and money the master. The things money can't and can buy. It's good to have money and the things that money can buy, but it's good to check up once in a while and make sure that you haven't lost the things that money can't buy. How to get rich. First and foremost, in order to get rich and become wealthy, one must change their thoughts on what money is and what wealth is. We've all been brought up with certain ideas that have been ingrained in us, some certain philosophies that hold us back. And oftentimes those philosophies aren't wrong or bad, we just twist them in our minds from where they actually started and served as warnings, and then we ingrain them to be barriers in life, and we need to overcome those barriers in order to succeed. You need to understand that money itself is not bad, nor is it good. It is inanimate. Money is simply a thing that society has constructed as a means of trade and progress. You get money from adding value in one way or another. And if you look at money in terms of the value that you add to society, then money isn't a bad thing at all. How much value are you adding to the world and to the marketplace? This will be in direct relation to the wealth you have. I believe that if we look at our initial money this way, we'll be able to inspire ourselves to add more to the world and thus earn more. But if we just look at a lack of money and don't know why we struggle, we'll never find the cure to it or the realization that we need to change and add more to the world in order to increase our position. In the Foundations of Success, we go into much more detail about money philosophies and how to correct your limiting beliefs so that you can free your subconscious to aid you rather than hinder you in becoming rich. Understanding money from a spiritual perspective. I once heard from a mentor of mine in college when I was involved in a Christian ministry called Crew that there are two paths to take in life. You can enter into the mission field as a vocational missionary, or you can enter into the workforce to earn money. And if you choose the latter, go earn as much as you possibly can, and then use it to help those who choose a calling of ministry that does not allow for them to make their own financial gain while they serve both God and man with their time and efforts. Therefore, we all enter into the good works together and support one another. Well, that helped me to start getting over my fear of becoming rich. So first, change your philosophy on money and realize that you want money. You want to earn great wealth, and that's okay. But what will you do with your wealth? Decide now, for it is harder to act when you have it. In fact, as with everything in life, create your values early on. Decide who you will be, what you will do, what you won't do. When you have set up your value system and your morals and ingrain them in yourself, you will be consistent and solid and admirable. You will not change or sway with the blowing of the wind. You will be like a strong, sturdy oak, never shifting, never moving, never varying, always being righteous and wonderful and loved. You have a right to be wealthy. There is nothing standing in your way or holding you back. You really must understand this to move forward. There's absolutely nothing separating you from wealth except for yourself. The only thing standing between you and riches is yourself and your mind and your philosophy. And that is what we will overcome through this series. We will shift your philosophy so that you are open to wealth and you pursue it. It is up to you, however, to do it within the scope of your own conscience, but I will set the path straight. Now, I'm a huge believer in and proponent of the Bible, so the whole while I would always take heed of the Bible's warnings and of Jesus' warnings to us about riches and wealth. He says that it is easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to go to heaven. Why do you think that is? Answer that for yourself. It's not because rich men are all bad. It's because rich men often love their money more than they love God, and it's very easy to anchor themselves to material things rather than responding to spiritual things. But if you vow to yourself that you will use your wealth as a tool for God's kingdom and for giving and for righteousness, and not simply all for yourself and your own solitary benefit, then you can do wonderful things with it, and you can also enjoy it immensely. The key is to lay out a system whereby you can reward yourself for your hard work and success, and you can also give with your money and keep a purpose larger than your own selfishness and focus. We will talk about this more later. For now, learn to pay yourself first. I can't stress this point enough. Most people never figure out how to do it, especially if you're in a small business and or self-employed. It's a hard concept to learn. I know you've heard it many times, but has it ever really connected with you? How do you pay yourself first when there's not enough money to go around as it is? But the thing is, you must learn to pay yourself first or there will never be enough money to go around. You must take a small percentage of what you earn and realize that this is your money. It's not for anyone else to have, to take, or to use. It's not for bills. It's not for debts. It's for you. Even if it's 10% of what you make, you must pay yourself first. And the first step to actually figuring this out and implementing it into your life is to change your philosophy on money. First, you need to know what to do with the dollar in order to find out how to make more money for yourself. This is a large lesson I talk about more in depth in the full foundation of money philosophy, and it's absolutely vital for you to learn. Of course, I'd invite you to join the full Foundations of Success program via the link in the description below and go fully in depth into this concept so that you can truly change your money philosophy and learn what to do with each dollar that you bring in. But for now, in this overview, let's move on. What is money? Money is the harvest of our efforts. Because we are no longer all farmers or hunters and gatherers, money takes the place of our would-be harvest. Let's do away with the idea that money is bad or that money is not important. Money is not bad, and it indeed is very important. We can argue all we want about how money may or may not be as important as another thing in life, but the reality is that nothing can take the place of money in the area where money works best. We must compare money to crop and harvest so that we can realize that harvesting your land and the fruits of your labor is not evil. In fact, the more plentiful harvest, the better. The more you can plant, the more you can reap. The more you can sow, the more you can reap. And you should aim to reap all that you can from your crops, obviously without damaging the land and thus hindering your ability to produce crops in the future. But what does Jesus warn about? He warns us not to rely on money, not to put our trust and faith there as opposed to God. He says, don't store up for yourselves great amounts of grain because it could be gone in an instant. Instead, harvest as much as you can and see if you're good with it. Test your character. Use it for your enjoyment and your benefit. Use it for your necessities and use it to help others with their necessities and their joy and their benefit. Just as the farmer, who harvests way more than he could ever use, seek to give and do good with what you have extra so that it doesn't go to waste sitting around. If you have developed sufficient skills to earn great wealth, you don't have to worry about hoarding your wealth. You can be confident in your skills to always earn more, and you can be assured that next harvest you will have the same ability and skills to reap the same as you always have done. Furthermore, you can invest in others and help them get the head start that they need in life to get to a place where they are financially free and can help others, and in the process you increase your harvest. Allow your excess to be put to its best use, both for your enjoyment and pursuits and for helping others, teaching others, improving others' skills and abilities. This is how we all progress. Don't operate from a scarcity mindset that you have to hoard everything, because that mentality limits your ability to help others and improve everyone's position in life. Greed. What is greed exactly? Is greed desiring wealth, or is greed desiring more than you've earned, or desiring to acquire through deception that which others have earned? Surely success is not greed. To produce well for what you've worked for. Surely greed is not earning back the reward for putting in the work you have. Yet I suppose it could be a form of greed to forsake all aspects of life only in order to produce, earn, and deserve more. That could be destructive. But greed seems to me to be the desiring of things for which you have not worked. The desiring to take above and beyond what is due you based on the value and quantity and quality of the work that you have put forth. So next time we think that someone is greedy just because they are rich, stop and think about what greed is, and evaluate their actions and character based on your understanding of greed versus deserve. Take some time to define for yourself what the true definition of greed is. Also, what is the true definition of success? What is money? Answer these questions for yourself and be diligent and specific about defining your new philosophy on money. And likewise, with any philosophy that you hold about money, ask yourself the definitions of the words that you hold. And ask yourself why you believe them, where they came from, where they stemmed from, and what they serve or disserve in you. The conclusion of this is that we have a unique philosophy on money that we've developed over time. We all do. Along the way, we've picked up things that are true and things that are not true, things that clarify and things that confuse. At the end of it all, it can sometimes be our money philosophy that affects our earning ability the greatest. If you have set up limiting beliefs in your subconscious that hold you back from earning beyond a certain level, from pursuing wealth beyond a safe and moderate point, then you are working against yourself on your journey to success. Let me say that again. You may be working against yourself on your journey to success. You have to first identify and then learn to correct the limiting beliefs found within your own personal money philosophy. By bringing these things to light, you can assess them, address them, correct them, and move on complete. It is wise to deal with our philosophies and make sure that they are truly serving us. Once you have dealt with your limiting beliefs, you've then got to learn just what to do with money. If your philosophy is to spend, 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 and not pay attention to where the money goes, that affects you, and that will carry on as you earn more and more. If your philosophy is to save, 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 and not spend a dollar, that also affects you. Developing a healthy perspective on money and what to do with a dollar and how to truly build wealth is crucial to success. Finally, learning to pay yourself first is often talked about and overheard concept, but I truly believe that most of us never fully grasp how to do it. And if you can relate to that, you aren't alone. I give some great tactics for paying yourself first within the foundation of money philosophy, and you would benefit greatly to follow it. I have, and it has served me incredibly. Learn the foundations of success. By this point in the video, I'm sure you're intrigued and wondering what else there is to know that can help you live the life you have always desired. If you would like to go further in depth with this principle and others like it and better understand it, I've prepared a program for you called the Foundations of Success. This is simply an overview of each of those foundations in the full program, but the full program delves very deep into each one of these concepts and helps you get a full grasp of them, as well as giving you action steps to learn to apply them immediately to your life and begin to see life change. In this program, you'll learn all of the fundamentals of how to become successful and what it takes to get rich. Let the Foundations of Success program assist you on your road to wealth. Click the link in the video description below to begin your journey on the path to riches. What then are the foundations of success? As we set off on this journey together, I will teach you the foundations of success and help walk you through a series of what I've come to understand are the crucial foundations for becoming successful and gaining wealth. I've developed over the last 2 years of study, research, and application a full guide that has not only changed my life around, but if given the chance can also change yours. I've labeled this highly valuable program the Foundations of Success because it contains what I believe to be the most crucial and foundational ideas, concepts, and principles that you absolutely need to understand and apply in order to truly achieve success in your life. In this video is a summary of Foundation of Success 21, Money Philosophy. In the full Foundations of Success course, we go into much more detail and greater depth of what each of these philosophies are, of what each of these foundations hold, and it helps you truly understand and apply them to your life. The Foundations of Success course I've created is extensive in its value. It's simple in its approach, strategic in its knowledge, and easily accessible to you. All you have to do is follow a link and your life could change in an instant. And I know that life is daunting and change is hard, so should you desire to first get a taste of what the Foundations of Success are all about, I've created these short video posts to give you some key insights into what you'll learn in each Foundation of Success within the full program. So listen and watch to your heart's content and follow each video post to gain a preliminary understanding. This information alone can do wonders for your life, but remember, it's only a summary of the greater depth that's in the full program. And should you choose to be serious about changing your life, improving your current situation, and beginning your journey on the path to riches, the full scope of the Foundations of Success is always available to you in the video descriptions below. So feel free to click that link and delve into the full program and begin to change your life today. I want to thank you for listening to these videos and watching them and engaging on this channel. We really strive at Limitless North to build an amazing community of high achievers and people pursuing success and finding success. A place where we can talk about the obstacles we overcome, the barriers that we run into, the strategies and the tips and tricks and tactics that we learn, and the habits that have led us to success. So if you have any takeaways or comments or thoughts, I'd love to hear them and see them in the comments section below. And of course, I'd love to engage with you so that we can get to know one another and build a better relationship and a better community here. Thank you for watching. I'm Makai Block with Limitless North, and I will see you on the next one. God bless and best of times.